Why is nobody talking about this new Chinese security law in Hong Kong? Considering crypto.com is based out of Hong Kong, don't you think that there is some concern for the business in general? To me, the facts are simple. If you're an investor in crypto.com like myself, or if you're planning to invest in crypto.com or any other blockchain startup that is based out of Hong Kong, you want to seriously be asking yourself a few questions, and you really do want to consider this situation in depth. In this video, make sure you do stay tuned all the way to the end. I'm going to be offering a lot of value. I'm going to be touching on briefly what the situation means for Hong Kong, and I'm going to give you my basic opinion on what I think is going to be happening and what I think you should do with your money. Stay tuned. You can still enjoy this one.
Use the bilateral.
What is good, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoin Zombie Investor, the channel where we know it doesn't matter what happens to Bitcoin or who says what about Bitcoin, it will always find a way to claw and crawl or do whatever it has to bring itself back to life. If you're a beginner and you want to know a little bit more about investing, if you want to know about how you can change your wealth mindset for the better, if you're learning or even if you're experienced, you know a little bit about cryptocurrency, or even if you know a bit and you want to know a little bit more, then you've come to the right place. You've joined me on the bag on the right day. But before we do go on, just to support this channel, and if you think I might be a cool guy, please do consider liking the video. It really does help me out and I would really appreciate that. If you are new around here, what is going on? My name is Earl. Please do subscribe to the channel. It only takes a moment also, and it does mean a lot. And whilst you're there, you might as well hit the notification bell as well, so you do know when new videos come out onto the channel. I take trust very seriously on this channel. All information that I portray to you is either from personal experience or in-depth research that I've taken hours upon hours to do. So if you do watch my videos and you do take them in and potentially take action after you do your own research, you will benefit financially. That all being said, I am not a financial advisor, and these videos are never financial advice. Like I said before, make sure you always do your own research. This new Chinese security law that is being introduced to Hong Kong is just absolutely crazy, in my personal opinion. It is essentially taking away the freedom of the Hong Kongers in Hong Kong to do what they do best. Position themselves as one of the best financial hubs in the whole world behind New York and London. Is this all going to change? And if it does, what does that mean for your investment in crypto.com, which is situated in Hong Kong, as well as any other blockchain startups that are also operating out of Hong Kong? In 2019 alone, there were more blockchain startups setting up shop in Hong Kong compared to any other fintech services in the subsector. There are a plethora of reasons why any fintech company would want to set up shop in Hong Kong. Just to name a few, we've got better tax rates compared to many other places in the world. There is also an abundance of well-educated fintech students that may want to be finding work in Hong Kong. On top of that, there are extremely fair, transparent compliance regulations for fintech companies in this country. It simply does just make a lot of sense for blockchain companies, fintech startups like crypto.com to run their businesses out of Hong Kong. There are so many angles and reasons why this is. In 1997, Hong Kong was handed back to China from British control. However, within this handover, there was a special and unique agreement made called the Basic Law. It was a one country, two systems law which would allow Hong Kong to some of its own rules and regulations for at least 50 years. So they said. Brits are supposed to be protecting these certain freedoms of Hong Kongers. Freedom of assembly and speech, an independent judiciary, and some democratic rights freedoms that no other part of mainland China has. On the 30th of June 2020, this all started to change when China introduced this new security law, which would essentially be taking away Hong Kongers' autonomy. This would initially make it easier for China to control protesters in Hong Kong. This came after last year when protests over a Chinese extradition law turned violent, and it turned into more of a pro-democracy and anti-China protest. In my personal opinion, this gives Beijing within China the power to slowly start stripping away the independence of Hong Kong and its Hong Kongers within it. I mean, seriously, of course the goal is to turn Hong Kong into a communist regime. It's exactly what China wants. Let's take a quick look at how this specifically does affect Hong Kong. So let's have a look at a little online article I found here from bbc.co.uk. It talks about what will it mean in Hong Kong, specifically what are going to be some of the effects. I won't go into the article into full detail, but one of the few that really did stand out to me was that the damaging of public transport facilities can be seen and considered as terrorism, okay? That is seriously a big deal. If we look at the top here, crimes of secession, subversion, terrorism, and collusion with foreign forces are punishable by a maximum sentence of life in prison. That is absolutely insane, people. If we go down a little bit further as well, the list just goes on. I will leave the link to this article in the description. People suspected of breaking the law can be wiretapped and put under surveillance. Guys, this is just 1984 in the making. If you haven't read that book by George Orwell, then make sure you do read it. Wait, that was Animal Farm, but read both. So anyone with half a brain can see that this whole political ordeal is just absolutely insane. China are just coming in and throwing their weight around. I just do hope that somebody does try and stand up for Hong Kong and its Hong Kongers and all of the fintech businesses, as well as everyone who does reside in the country. I know what you all want to hear. Okay, Earl, tell us your opinion and tell us what you think it means for crypto.com. Should I invest? Should I not? Should I pull all my money out? Just relax, chill out. It's not like all your money is just gonna go poof and disappear into thin air. My goodness, I'm on so many various crypto.com threads among so many others, and an incident like this happens and everyone throws their hands up. Oh, should you be investing in crypto.com because of the stuff going on in China? Maybe you shouldn't. Look, I understand the reason for concern, but what you do need to understand is that in the short term, probably not a lot is going to happen. Worst case scenario, in the next 1 to 5 years, I would honestly say that perhaps crypto.com may have to move its headquarters if Hong Kong becomes less democratized, meaning that China would have more power over Hong Kong, making it a lot harder for these blockchain and fintech startups to make money and just simply be in operation. There are a multitude of reasons where China could make this harder, and it's for the same reasons why a company like crypto.com or any other blockchain startup or company or fintech company doesn't go and try and run a business out of China. Am I concerned about my CRO and crypto.com investment, and am I changing my point of view about being bullish on CRO and MCO? Absolutely not. This is just a little hurdle and a normal part of life that many businesses do have to go through. Not specifically because they are resided in Hong Kong, but there are many hurdles that businesses do need to go through, and in my opinion, this is just going to be another one of them from crypto.com. We had the Wirecard scandal that was somewhat out of their control. They managed to hand that situation very well, and now we've got this ongoing security law situation in Hong Kong where yes, they may have to move, and okay, if that did happen, essentially it would cost money. It's not easy for a company like crypto.com to just get up and move to another country. They have to do their research, make sure they make the right decision. It is all essentially taking time, money, and energy, and also lack of resources. What does it mean for you specifically as a consumer? We might be seeing less rewards. We might be seeing less interest rates, or maybe even no interest rates on our crypto earn. There may simply just be less features or less favorable attractive features for us to be getting involved in the crypto.com ecosystem. They may stop doing the syndicates. Some partnerships may fall out. Investors may also be reluctant to come on board until this news does settle down. There is a multitude of reasons that I could go on about forever why as to why this is not the best situation for crypto.com. However, in saying that, I'm in absolutely no way selling any of my position in crypto.com, and I am still extremely bullish on the overall outlook of crypto.com, and I will continue to invest and use the services of that company. So just to really summarize this video, guys, I didn't make this video to scare anybody or raise any unnecessary fear. I made this video because I could see that it just wasn't getting covered anywhere, and I think it's a pretty valid video to make, and I think it's a pretty important topic that you as my viewers need to be aware of, especially if you are investing not only in crypto.com, but the blockchain space in general, okay? As I mentioned before, in 2019, there were more blockchain startups that did reside in Hong Kong versus any other in the fintech subsector. Of course, this whole situation of the security law does have the potential to slow down the business development of crypto.com, but they are more or less an established company already, and they, I'm sure, are going to have a plan B to try and deal with this situation properly, as they did with the Wirecard scandal. If you did enjoy the video today, folks, then make sure you do give me a like on the video. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and make sure you do hit that notification bell to make sure you know when new videos do come out. And if you haven't grabbed your Ruby Red card already, the MCO Ruby Red card or above, what are you doing? If you're in the cryptocurrency space and you haven't got the card, then make sure you do. You get 2% cash back on all purchases paid in crypto instantly. Free Spotify. Come on, who doesn't like a bit of nice tunes in the evening or in the morning, as a matter of fact, while you're brushing your teeth? And on top of that, awesome interest rates while they last on crypto.com. Guys, get on board. There will be a link straight there to get signed up in my description. It is an affiliate link, and if you do use my link, you will get $50 worth of crypto after you order your Ruby Red card or above. And what do you think about this whole situation? Please comment below. Do you think that this situation in Hong Kong is going to have serious effect on blockchain, the cryptocurrency space, and crypto.com specifically? If you do, tell me why. If you don't, tell me why. If you think this video is balls, please do tell me why. I simply go and try and find the right resources online and try to summarize them and bring them to you in relatable terms. Thank you so much again, guys, for watching this video and taking the time out of your day. If you do want to check out some more of my content, I'll leave a couple videos up here so you can check those ones out as well, about why I think CRO is a bullish coin for 2020, among a few other awesome videos as well. That's it for now, guys. Peace out until next time.